Hey legend, Fraser Brooks here, and in this video I want to share with you the one thing you absolutely must overcome or conquer or win or master in order for you to be successful in network marketing and, to be honest, anything and everything in life. And that one thing is I kind of got told it whilst I was on a call. Now, I've been aware of it, but it's something that when someone tells it back to you, you realize how important it was. So, not so long ago, I was on a call with the woman who helps run online events for people like Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Grant Cardone, all these legend status, right? And she was saying to me, she was giving me some pointers. We were talking about a keynote that I was giving to help contribute towards the overall event. And she said this, she said, Fraser, people come to these events wanting the hacks, the systems, the shortcuts, but they leave realizing what they need the most is the mindset. And it's so true, right? I believe that network marketing is 75% mindset, 15 to 20% skill, and then 5 or 10% strategy. If you can come to me with the right mindset, I can give you the skills and the strategy that you will actually apply. But if you come to me with a bad mindset and I want all the skills and I want the strategy, I'll give it to you, but you're not gonna do it. And the whole idea of success in life, in business, in relationships, whatever, is having the right mindset. So what are some things that you can do in order to brainwash yourself? And yes, I said brainwashing like it's a positive thing, because it is. Because if your body gets dirty, you wash it, right? You go for a bath, you go for a shower, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, whatever. But if your brain gets dirty, you need to wash that too. So I want you to imagine this. I want you to imagine that you have your mind, your mindset, your brain, all that is a glass full of Coke. Right? Coca-Cola, right? You got a glass full of Coca-Cola, and every single day I am going to pour water into the glass, and the glass will overflow. I can't just remove the toxicity. I can't just remove the Coca-Cola from the glass because it's there, it's deep rooted there. But what I've got to do is I've got to start to overwhelm the negativity and the toxicity with positivity, with all things good. So I start pouring the water in and the water in, and the water starts to overflow, and you can start very, very slowly start seeing the color of the Coke get lighter and lighter and lighter, and it takes a long time. I have to get jugs and jugs and jugs of water. And then you have a few moments of more Coke, and it goes back to being completely dark. And then you go again, you put the water. The point of what I'm saying here is you have to consistently brainwash yourself into positivity and remove all other sources of negativity. So, let's kind of go over what you should remove. Number one is the news. The news, just go and watch the news. Before you stop the news, just go and watch the news once for half an hour and make a scoring sheet of wins and losses. And I guarantee you, 90% will be losses, 10% will be wins. Negative news sells. Why? Because people can relate to pain, and they can relate to struggle, and they can relate to loss much more than they can relate to pleasure, to success, and to wins. Right? They just can. Okay. So that's the first thing. Remove the news from your life. Just don't allow yourself to hear it. If I get into the car and I hear the news, I turn it off or I change the station. Right? So that's just what you've got to do. Number two is you've got to reduce. I'm not going to tell you to remove, but you've got to reduce the time that you spend with people who are naturally negative. And my Lord, there are naturally negative people. These naturally negative people could do something with their life if they decided to live a life full of positivity. They say things like, oh, those things don't work for people like you and I. They say things like, oh, it's okay for them, but it'll never work for us. They say things like, oh, the weather sucks, doesn't it? Or they say oh, have you heard about the tax situation again? Or they're always naturally negative, and they're looking to moan to people. And here's the thing. If you give a moaner a solution, guess what they do? They go, oh, okay, thanks. And then they stop telling you about their problems, and they start telling someone else who will listen to them moaning. They want to moan. People want to have a good moan. Right? So you got to stay away from that. You got to reduce the amount of time that you spend with the moaners, with the neg ferrets, with the people who are trying to pull you down. Okay? And it might not be their intention to pull you down, but it happens. So number one, remove the news from your life. And number two is reduce the number of negative people that you spend time with. On the other side, you need to start listening to positive podcasts about one topic, right? I'll tell you, one of the things that can make you negative situation is overwhelm, frustration, comparison. And when you're listening to podcasts that talk about 100 different topics, of course you're going to compare, of course you're going to get overwhelmed, and it's not good for anyone. So that would be the third thing, remove that. But on the other side of that, the positive is listen to podcasts about one topic. Listen to success stories about people who you know inside of your company. Read books. Listen to flipping cassette tapes if you've got a cassette tape player. Whatever that might be, and you'll understand that it's more about removing the negative stuff and less about all the positive stuff than actually, just remove a little bit of negativity and pour a lot of water. No, it's pouring the water consistently and not putting any more Coke into the glass. So from now on, I want you to appreciate that the number one reason why you're probably not winning right now is because of a wrong mindset. In fact, I'll tell you, your problems that you have are not business problems, they're personal problems. It always is. How are you reacting to things, right? One of my favorite equations that I ever learned was from Bob Proctor, E plus R equals O. E, which is the event that happens to you, plus R, which is reaction, equals the outcome. If you react positively, the outcome is positive. If you react negatively, the outcome is negatively. Start reacting positively. Train your brain to be a positive thinker, a positive person, a positive attitude, and you'll win. All right? So if you are ready to give us a thumbs up, smash the subscribe, let me know if down below what you're going to be reducing or removing in your life to have more of a positive life. All right? Kisses to you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.